So what's interesting is, well, don't see your neck for a second. So what's interesting with Calvin, some people just say like, well, he's just fast. And honestly, I feel like that kind of doesn't do justice to the hard work that he's put in. You don't show up to the sport and just do well. It takes an incredible amount of work. And so, like, some people would say, well, he's running more miles, or he has to run these faster times during workouts because he's faster. When it's quite the opposite. All of those workouts and all of that added volume and extra running that he is doing is what's making him faster. It started off with this summer. He had a little bit of a rocky start, but eventually he dove back into trying to build as many miles as possible. I know that he had a few days in there that were over 20 miles a day, now broken up into a few different workouts, but that takes quite an amazing commitment. He's had, his biggest week was that 120 miles, 100 plus miles. 108, there we go. Okay, so 108 miles in 1 week. And so when you start off the season with that kind of foundation, you can't expect anything but success. And so he comes in to the first race and wins it. And he was kind of like surprised. He's like, I never won anything before like that. Like that was, I don't even know where that came from. And so some people are like, oh, what happened? What's Calvin doing? You know, other teams and stuff, you know, they're like asking like, what's Calvin been eating? You know, this guy's like doing something unnatural here. But sure enough, following week is the Lodi Flames invite. Now, last year, he probably put in, I'm gonna say maybe a quarter of that kind of volume during the summer. And at the same race last year, he placed 25th. This year, he wins it. And first place overall, and we're talking not just that once or that twice, but he ended up having 6 first place wins throughout this entire season. And when you have like over 100 people in a race, I mean, that's saying you're one of the top 1%, if not better. So all of that came not because of anything that I've done, but because of this tremendous drive that he has. That's something I can't teach. That's something that you have to have. This desire to be better than everybody else. This desire to be the best of the best. And what else is there to say? Calvin, I appreciate all the hard work that you put in. I actually still think his best race is still in him. I'm hoping he gets that window of opportunity this Saturday. So here's the award. I just want to say one more thing about Calvin before you walk away. Your friends stand there. Is I was also very impressed with his leadership skills this year. He definitely brought the varsity boys together. It was just as important for his own success as it was for his team to be successful. There were numerous times where he's like, Coach, I want to have a varsity boys meeting. Can I use your classroom? I'm like, okay, yeah, go for it. He's like, I got a presentation I want to do. Can I borrow the TV? I'm like, it's all yours. Take charge. And even for this evening, he hit me up a couple weeks ago. He's like, Coach, there's something I want to say during the banquet. And so if you wouldn't mind, turning over the mic to Calvin and see what kind of message we have.
So first of all, before I say the words I want to say, there's one more award to give out, and Coach said that success and the drive that I have inside myself can't be taught, but it can definitely be honed and trained, and I speak for the entire varsity boys squad when I say that we owe a humongous debt to the commitment you have put into us, and that without your ability to lead us into practice, encourage us, give us the words that we need in order to get out and do our best practice every single day. And we talk about how committed he is. I mean, look at today. I didn't have a way to run because of the smoke, and I didn't know what to do. He's like, hey, come to my house in Lodi and run on my treadmill. It's like, sure. That's like, I've never met a person that's so committed to seeing other people succeed, and it's been an honor to run underneath you. And since the 2 years that I've been here, running underneath you, your workouts and your inspiration has helped me become the man I am today and become as fast as our program is today. And I speak for not only the varsity boys, but also the Froschoff runners when we say that we are as successful as we are today because of you, and we're so grateful for that. So without ado, we would like to present our president and coach. Dane, would you please pick it up and hand it to him? Dane. Alex, would you please hand it to him? Sorry, Dane's your big. Uh-oh. Looks like we have a problem here. Coach, I just don't think we're worthy enough to pick it up ourselves. Open it up. If you haven't figured it out, it's close hand, yes. Even though you kept his beard, going to get a haircut in the recent convention movie, so he's still the same. So, before I get off stage, I want to say a couple of words of encouragement to the Froschoff runners that will be running this program later, and also a thank you to the varsity guys that have been running with me for a while. I kind of felt that it would be wrong for me to, come here for 4 years and not get to say like a word or two in before I left. So I asked Coach Hart 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, do you mind if I do a speech at the banquet? He was like, sure, no problem. I was like, okay, so what am I going to say to inspire and motivate the kids that are on the team right now? They're going to end up filling in the shoes that us varsity runners have right now. And I was planning, I was like thinking of something inspirational to come up with. I was like, I gotta make it good. It's my last speech that I'm ever gonna get in cross country. And a big wrench got thrown in that plan. I forgot to do it, so I don't have it. No, the wrench was actually subsection. See, I wasn't having the greatest days that day for a variety of reasons, but nonetheless, I go and I watch the races that are happening, and I legitimately see the best racing I've seen from Lincoln High School in the entire time that I've been here. And I see the first and second place runners from each division with this drive and determination to finish that only comes through hard work and comes through wanting to be the best. And it's not just in the first and second runners, but I see the third and the fourth guys coming through, and freshmen and sophomores alike, and I'm like, holy crap, they're destroying my times from my freshman and sophomore years. It's so impressive to see you guys do so well. And I wanted to say that, you don't need to become the person in order to be as good as those varsity runners that you see running out there right now. You say, okay, well, they're running faster than I am, whatever it is, I can never do that. But you think you have to become that person. I'm here to tell you that you already are that person. You already have the drive and the determination that you need to be successful, and if you continue going to practice and continue putting in the hard work, you're going to go far. And if I can impart some wisdom to you that has helped me through my running career thus far, I would say that there's 2 things you got to do if you want to continue to be successful. And that's first, believing in your heart that you can do it. Believing in your heart that you can do that next repeat, do that next mile, continue going at the same pace. Believing that you can defeat your enemies, believing that you can finish that race faster than your competition. And second, speaking it with your heart. If you believe in your heart, and it's not speaking with your heart, speaking with your mouth, of course. But if you believe in your heart that you can do something, and you start speaking with your mouth, don't run at your giants with your mouth closed. Run at your giants with your mouth open, saying, I will defeat you, I will be the best person on the team, I will defeat my competition, I will finish the season, I will show up to morning practice, I will not hit the snooze button next morning when I wake up. Right? I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be committed, I'm gonna show up during winter, I'm gonna show up during summer and train hard. If you continue to do that, you believe in your heart that you can do it, you say with your mouth that you can do it, you're gonna go far. And hopefully this is encouraging to those of you that are not the fastest on the team right now, but like 3rd and 4th in your squad. When I was a Froschoff runner, I wasn't the fastest guy. If you ask Josh Jansen, you ask Alex De Leon, they beat me all the time when I was a freshman and sophomore, but Yeah, and in my junior season, but I believed in my heart that I could continue working hard, and I spoke it, and I said I'm going to do the good things, and that's what allowed me to get to the place I am today. And even for you third and fourth runners, you know, you may say that I'm short, I'm not as skinny as those fast runners that I see, but you got to not believe that that's true. You got to believe that you can continue showing up to practice and do the best that you can, and eventually you can get where you're going and keep your dreams big. Hopefully that inspires you. Remember, believe in your heart, speak with your mouth. And I'm going a bit long here, but I would also like to say a huge thank you to my varsity guys that I have had the pleasure of not only being best friends with over these last 4 years, but I've also become co-workers in some of them. I've become teammates, of course, and classmates, and we've done everything that we do together over the last few years, and not a lot of people know this, but going into this season, a lot of our seniors were not thinking that we wanted to do cross country anymore. And I praise God that we changed our mindset. He said, you know, we're going to finish what we started here. We're going to commit to this season. We're going to see what we can do. And we came out the gate swinging. We won our first race, and that was great. We won a couple others. We were 1 point away from winning Jaguar Invitational. And it was just great to see that we could succeed. Unfortunately, injuries and other things plagued us throughout the season. We didn't get to go where we wanted to, but even on our worst day, which was league finals, every single person that crossed that line had it. Okay, every single person did great except Josh. But every single person that crossed that line that day put everything that they had into the race. Even Josh, he got injured in the middle of the race and couldn't finish, but he did everything that he could to be as fast as he could. And the next week, you know, we had no chance at making it to sections. I'm admit that I didn't believe that we really had a chance, but you guys came out with the fire in your hearts, and you proved me wrong. And I want to thank you for being there for when I couldn't motivate you guys and instead believing in your hearts that you could do it. And I want to thank you for being there to support me throughout my journey. And I praise God for you guys every day. And that's what I have to say. So thank you very much.
So one last thing to say.